Good morning. I always want to say good morning, Vietnam, because we're at war. And for all of those that are still real human beings with, real emotions, um, well, you're being targeted. And most people don't know what targeting is. And I have to thank someone who I'm sure they know who they are, for bringing to my attention how little these gang stalkers get for gang stalking people. Gift cards, heroin, beer, uh, you know, just some of the most ridiculous things that you can imagine that these gang stalkers get. And most people don't believe that gang stalking exists and that it's real, which it is, because anybody that's speaking truth, um, you know, has had gang stalking happen to them. Now, a lot of people way back in the 50s and 60s and 70s that were gang stalked. Of course, we didn't have the internet to, tell people what was going on, or find out so much truth about the military grade weapons, the fact that they can listen through walls, that they can send military bugs, that they can, uh, you know, send all kinds of frequencies to the targeted individual. Now, people don't believe this is real, but if you start looking back at some of the government, experiments with the MK Ultra, the mind control, people don't realize that, a lot of times their thoughts aren't their own, because, they're still hooked up to all this technology. Listening to the television, listening to the radio, their cell phones on them 24/7. And I've heard so many people tell me, well, I have to have my cell phone because, I have to keep up with my kids, or I have to keep up with my, you know, business, or this, that, and the other. Well, I'm here to tell you that in the 80s, we didn't have cell phones. In the 60s, we didn't have cell phones. And all of us kept up with business, our children. And, because back in the day, you know, parents were on the block, man. And, like, if your child got out of hand, there was 5 different mothers ready to issue out some punishment. It's not like it is now, where, children run around like damn banshees and nobody says a freaking word. Well, in my day, when adults were talking things that children should really not be involved in, um, they were outside. I mean, I was outside till the street lights came on, you know, but I didn't have to worry about some um, pedophile driving down the street and, you know, picking me up, because back then there was some real justice going on. I mean, these people, they didn't play. They took control of their life back then. Now, when people wake up, there's a lot of different stages to waking up, and one is denial, the next is anger, the next is, oh my gosh, going down the rabbit holes, and then you get stuck on one subject instead of looking at the bigger picture. And, you know, a lot of people just got stuck in Tartaria. They didn't uh, see what was going on right in front of their face, that we are living a mud flood right now, a takeover by a cabal. Now, when I first woke up, um, boy, it was painful to see, everything that was going on. It was very painful. And I wrote, you know, about 5 years ago, a 30-page letter with the, numbers of the executive orders, all the different things that were going on, and that were, going to come. Um, and the chief of police at a Charleston police station received this letter, and they retired instead of doing anything about it, because people don't believe, that there are modern day, um, you know, future tellers. I'm not going to call myself a prophet, because I'm nobody's martyr. I'm not. I didn't come here to die for anybody's freaking sins. I promise you that. But it's amazing to me that until shit hits the fan, nobody wants to listen. They want to call people crazy or stupid, or, they don't want to look into anything, because truth is extremely painful. But to all my gang stalkers, because, I know you're out there. So you're telling me that you're going to uh, compromise your integrity, your soul, your next life, um, for a fucking gift card? I mean, wow. Who knew that it was, so little that people would do this shit for? It's unbelievable, but whatever. Um, so, for those that are just waking up to gang stalking, and, them sending you all kinds of uh, electronic harassment, well, just be prepared, because this is part of the awakening that happens, and, it's real, because these criminals have been running this shit show for a very long time, and they don't like us. All right, have a great day.